So it's been kind of brought to my attention while I was watching YouTube that there's this guy named Matt Benedetto. Sorry if I butchered your last name, man. That he does unnecessary inventions for fun, and the internet kind of blew up seeing his products because his products are pretty interesting. They're pretty interesting. They're a little novelty on the novelty. Actually, they're all novelty. They're definitely all on the novelty side, and 90% of the market on the novelty side is very unnecessary. So it makes a lot of sense. But I wanted to make a video as a product developer reacting to him, reacting to his products. Some of them are real wacky. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'll be watching the video right here along with you guys. Okay. So the eye dangle. His naming is spot on, so I like it. So right away I can tell he's starting with the problem. He's starting with the problem at hand, problem that most people have, and then he's reverse engineering an entire product around solving said problem. So let's see here. I think that's pretty straight to the point. You could probably just do this right now. All those parts are available, you know, paracord, a suction cup, and coat rack hooks. Oh my god, this one's a little bit cringy, the avocado on a stick, because I can kind of, I don't know, I find it a little strange to get avocado out of like a deodorant dispenser. So right here I'm gonna pause it because right away I've noticed that he's got a website where he posts his unnecessary inventions, and I think it's very important as a creator that he sees the problem and not only just leave it as an idea, just, you know, tuck it into the back of your junk drawer, but he sees the idea and the problem all the way through. And not only that, he's making it public, because I think that's very important as a product developer, and maybe why he's doing this, and as a product designer as well, is he's seeing the process all the way through. That's very important. That's something we do at Sharp Fox Studios. We explore, doesn't matter how minuscule or how ridiculous the idea feels, we make it a habit to see the idea all the way through in its entirety, to kind of understand what it looks like, how it will react to the market. Because once you start getting that going, that's where your real problem solving skills come to life, is when you start seeing them all the way through, like how he's doing it. He sees the problem, he makes a product, he 3D prints it, then he publishes it onto a website. That's very important. And he also understands speed to market, which is super, super important. It's very, very important that he understands speed to market and seeing a problem all the way through. Let's keep going. It's got a lot of wacky ideas. Sunglasses that are windshield wipers, I think that's pretty interesting. So I want to stop right here where it says most definitely not available. I think that's important. I respect Matt for that, because as a product developer, maybe even some engineers and product designers, you have a responsibility to the planet where you have to find yourself a certain balance. There's some ideas that you just shouldn't explore all the way. There's just some ideas that shouldn't come to fruition because of waste that they produce. A lot of products that are novelties, you want to be very careful because they produce a lot of waste. There's something that people will just use once, maybe give it as a gag, a gift, but the waste that was produced to bring that product to the market is essentially a problem. And I've come across this issue myself. There was a time where I wanted to develop a very efficient weapon, and I really just took a hard, this is where product developers and designers and engineers have to take a hard look at themselves and say to themselves, like, does the world really need another weapon? You know what I mean? And that's very important. And it's why I respect Matt, because he knows his products are in the novelty market and they really shouldn't be on shelves because they produce a lot of waste. And I think he's doing the responsible thing, and I respect him a lot for not selling out and trying to make products that are just gonna harm the planet. So I really respect Matt for that they're not available. Very important point. Let's keep going. Okay. I like that he's getting, another thing that he's doing is he's getting feedback from customers or viewers that are on his website or that have seen his Instagram. They're telling him the problems that they have in their lives, and he's designing a solution from the ground up for that said problem. I think that's very important. He's getting feedback. It makes people feel like they're heard, and that's very important. I bet he had the hardest time coming up with the right color of his skin tone. I know. I'm pretty sure he obsessed over that. I would have obsessed over that. Let's see here. So you see what I mean? He's seeing the product all the way through. He's 3D printing it. He's getting the right color swatches. And then at the end, he's making sure he's got the right pictures because he's trying to understand the market space. He's putting them all on Instagram format, which is very important. But he's understanding all aspects of product design, all aspects of product development. He's dabbling in marketing. He's dabbling in a little bit of engineering. So he's getting a full spectrum, a full bouquet of the product development side. This one's probably got to be my favorite, the drone umbrella, because that's something that I would actually buy. It's extremely unnecessary because I'm confident that you would, just the same way that I would forget a normal umbrella, making it a drone would probably be worse. And how are you gonna fly that thing? It just sounds like a hassle. But I want to see an automated umbrella that just flows over me while in the rain. I bet that's really kooky sounding, but that's one of my favorites. So there you go. He's getting feedback from people around him, and he's trying to see how he would design it in a novelty way. Roller skates on heels, that one was very interesting. I want to see how that one would work. I think that was just asking for an accident, honestly, but it seems like so much fun. I wouldn't be surprised if that was on an art display somewhere. A little vain with the counter on Instagram. I think that's kind of gives you definitely a reality check, but it's called a reality check, so I'm not surprised. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, let me go ahead and pause the video. At the end of it, I just want to summarize my reaction and my critique of this Matt guy and what he does in a couple of points. Point one is I respect him that he doesn't make the products, that he doesn't make them available to the public. That's definitely the responsible thing to do, and not something a lot of people have a lot of people don't have the character and insight to know that they have a certain responsibility to the planet, that not everything should be brought to the shelf and available. So that's something that's very important. That's topic number one. Topic number two is he's seeing the idea to its entirety. That's super essential with being a product developer. He's not neglecting marketing. He's not neglecting engineering, the design aspect, color. He has a full spectrum of understanding of how products make it from an idea to the shelf. That's super important. And the last talking point is he definitely seems like he's having fun. You have to have fun. You gotta love it. You have to be able to, psych yourself out, support yourself in doing these ideal processes, because I'm pretty sure he's getting a lot of criticism from the internet for making these products and making them ridiculous. Especially people that don't understand that it's not available, that they're not available to sell. I'm sure they blow up his accounts and tell him like, you're ridiculous, why are you making so much dumb stuff, you're hurting the environment. But realistically, he's on the same boat. So I feel like those are the last talking points. Those are my reaction to him. Let me know what you thought about this guy. Leave a comment, subscribe, like. Let me know what you think of the channel. I'll see you guys around.